Ever get a song that just like crawls right under your skin and stays with you? You know those ones that put words to feelings you couldn't quite articulate?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's what we're diving into today. Stick Season by Noah Kahan. This song, man, it struck a chord with so many people. We're going to unpack why that is, explore what makes it tick.
Cool.
So, first off, Stick Season. Literally, it refers to that time in Vermont, right after all the colorful leaves are gone, but before the snows had a chance to blanket everything.
Right, just bare branches, kind of stark.
Exactly, kind of bleak. But it's become this really powerful metaphor, too, you know?
Yeah, it's like that emotional limbo, that
Yeah.
in-between space. Not necessarily just a romantic breakup, but any kind of loss.
Right, or even just a big change.
Exactly. It leaves you feeling raw, vulnerable, like you're kind of stuck.
Totally. And Kahan captures that perfectly. Like that line, you must have had yourself a change of heart halfway through the drive.
Oh, yeah,
It's so abrupt, so raw. It's like a punch to the gut.
it is. It's that sudden realization that things aren't what you thought they were. Like 1 minute you're driving along thinking everything's fine, and then bam, you're hit with that change of heart. It can be completely blindsiding.
And the imagery he uses, it's so vivid. The tire tracks, the single pair of shoes.
And it makes it so real.
Yeah.
It emphasizes that absence. It's not just a feeling, it's the empty space where something or someone used to be.
Oh, it's like you can feel that emptiness in your chest. And then there's that line, memories are something even smoke and weed does not replace.
Ooh, that one hits hard. It's so honest and vulnerable, right?
It is. It acknowledges that sometimes you just can't escape the pain no matter what you do.
It's that honesty that I think resonates with so many people. We live in a world where we're constantly bombarded with this pressure to be perfect, to be happy all the time. But Kahan isn't afraid to be vulnerable, to admit that heartbreak sucks,
Yeah.
and it's refreshing.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the next line, it's like a 1-2 punch. You once called me forever, now you still can't call me back.
Ugh. Yeah, it's brutal. The juxtaposition of those past promises against the present reality. Like you held so much weight to those words forever, and now they're just empty.
It's that feeling of being ghosted by someone who swore you were it for them. It's rough. But you know, this whole idea of stick season, it's bigger than just romantic heartbreak, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Think about it. Graduating college, leaving a job, moving to a new city, they can all feel like stick seasons. You're leaving something behind, but you haven't quite found your footing in whatever's next. It's that uncertainty, that feeling of being unmoored.
Right, you're in that in-between space like we were talking about before. But what is it about these stick seasons that make them so tough?
Well, as humans, we're hardwired for routine, for knowing what comes next. Stick seasons, they force us to confront the unknown, and that can be scary. It strips us bare, makes us vulnerable. But, and this is important, it's also in those moments of emptiness that we can really discover a new strength within ourselves.
How so?
Well, you're forced to look inward, to reevaluate, and ultimately to decide who you want to be on the other side of this change, of this loss. It's a chance for growth, even if it's painful.
I like that. It's like that time after winter, right? When the ground seems barren, lifeless even. But under the surface, things are changing.
Exactly. New life is gathering the energy to emerge.
It's about trusting that even though you can't see it yet, there's something beautiful waiting to bloom on the other side. And sometimes you need that period of dormancy, of stripping away, before you can truly blossom.
Exactly. Acknowledging the stick season, those periods of emptiness and uncertainty, is not a weakness. It's a necessary stage of growth. It's about embracing the unknown, trusting the process.
It's about weathering the storm so you can appreciate the rainbow on the other side, right?
Yes, it's about knowing that even in those moments when you feel lost and alone, you're not. You've got this.
You heard it here, folks. Embrace your stick season. Who knows what beauty awaits you on the other side?